Okay, we are once again doing something new. For this vid, you are going to need one pencil and one piece of paper. Do people still have paper anymore? Anyway.
It's time to play 1v1 matchups.
We'll set up a 1v1 match, describe the decks, let you pick the winner, tell you how the game actually went, and who emerged victorious. We tried to pair up commanders that pair well together. This time we have 6 matchups. The first one is Karn Silver Golem versus Azusa Lost But Seeking. Karn is a combo Mana Rock Excel deck with the likes of Metalworker and Mycosynth Lattice. Azusa is a simple big green dudes deck. Place your bets. Okay, for the next matchup we have Edric Spymaster of Trest versus Azami, Lady of Scrolls. Edric is a standard lots of small dudes, removal, permission, extra turn spells, while Azami is your typical blue, draw, counter, also extra turn spells. Place your bets for that matchup. For our third matchup, we have Maelstrom Wanderer versus Jin-Gitaxias. Maelstrom Wanderer ramps, plays big creatures, and once again takes extra turns. Jin-Gitaxias, like Azami, is also a mono blue power deck that has much fewer creatures and also dream halls and extra turn spells. Who will win? Next, for your viewing pleasure, we are featuring Prime Speaker Zegana versus Nekusar the Mindrazer. Zegana has ramp, big creatures, and if you want extra turn spells, well actually I took those out. Nekusar has pain creatures along with mass discard and draw spells. Place your bets for that matchup. Okay, next we have Narset Enlightened Master versus Brago King Eternal. Narset is a completely creatureless, planeswalker-centric, wrath and control style deck, while Brago is very creature and blink-centric. And finally, for our last matchup of the evening, we have Horde Notions versus Arcum Dagsson. Horde is your typical ramp/good elementals creature deck, while Arcum is an artifact-heavy combo/toolbox deck. Enter bets now. Okay, pencils down. Let's see how you did. So this is how the first matchup went. So you'd think a colorless deck with access to 0 colors wouldn't stand much of a chance against one of the most powerful colors in the game, featuring a commander that has proven itself time and time again, right? Well, you'd be wrong. After getting mana screwed something fierce, Azusa's most relevant play was Dungrowth Elder, which barely got in for any damage. It was Josh's Metalworker that once again justified its banning for so many years. Karn's Terminator 3 effect, turning things into creatures and attacking, was what won him the game. Alright, on to the next round. Ah yes, Edric and Azami, 2 of the most powerful commanders there are. Edric is banned in tiny litters, and if it were 3 mana, Azami would be banned in everything. How many of you picked Azami to win this matchup? Well, you might have been right, but my mulligan to 3 pretty much forfeited any chance of that happening. It was a pretty standard early game from Edric, with Azami doing nothing to stop its plans. Josh was easily able to damage me out in a number of turns. Or should I say extra turns? So my second attempt playing a mono blue deck had to go better than my first, right? Well, let's just say I can definitely see why Sol Ring is banned in Dual Commander. As it should be. I outramped Josh early in the game and stole his Somberwald Sage with a Treachery, which let me cast my commander before he was even able to play his. That means I won. I played a Dream Halls for good measure, completely filling up my hand at my end steps with Jin-Gitaxias, and allowing me to play a bunch more free cards later. Josh cast Consecrated Sphinx, but I cast Bribery to Sower of Temptation it. He cast his commander for free with Dream Halls, but couldn't get past my defenses, and I was able to damage him out, mostly with flyers. Aw yeah, Prime Speaker Zegana, one of the only commanders who has its name at the end of the title of the card instead of the beginning. I guess she didn't feel like being at the end of the alphabet. I thought Nekusar would be a pretty good counter for the Merfolk Wizard, well, with all the card draw and all, but once again, Nekusar was not able to keep up. Zegana did what green does best with early game ramp, and Nekusar kept up for a while with a Demonic Tutor for Soul Ring, but it was Zegana's Sword of Feast and Famine that really won the game, as Nekusar could rarely block it, and Zegana would enjoy 2 untapped steps. A 16/16 Primordial Hydra is what dealt the finishing blow. Narset, my favorite deck to play that my opponents don't. While my Narset deck is pretty tuned, I feel just as strongly about my Brago deck. The problem is that Brago commits to the board pretty hard, while Narset really doesn't. Mostly with just Planeswalkers, and none of the board wipes in Narset kill Planeswalkers. After an austere command from Josh, it was really hard for Brago to come back. I couldn't do anything to stop an attacking Narset, and soon Josh was able to pull ahead with free spells from Narset's ability, and stay ahead, winning the game for Narset. Okay, last match of the night. One guy puts creatures into the graveyard, and the other pulls them back out. Oddly, the problem with Horde this game was that it had too much ramp. Josh had trouble finding creatures, and otherwise there was little interaction with Arcum. And what do I keep saying time and time again? If you don't interact with the combo deck wins. Arcum toyed around long enough until it was able to pull Blightsteel Colossus with Kaldath Forgemaster and Akroma's Memorial with Arcum, winning the game for Arcum. Okay, that's it for now. Let us know what you guys think about this style of video, and great, yeah, now we can finally take some of these decks apart.